Welcome to my world. Handicapped man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway." So might as well. And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. Well, I'm not we, but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Bubba Wallace flips off the boss. Ida Zetterstorm gives Coletta a run for his money. Michael Schumacher's son, Mick, is testing an IndyCar at IMS. And NASCAR heads to Concord to the Roll Oval. We'll cover it all. Scratch is in Daytona Beach. I'm locked in Las Vegas. On Pit Road Racing starts right now.
Race friends, they're back together again. Live from Daytona Beach, Florida, it's Scratch with a K. And live from Las Vegas, it's Alan Michaels. Right here, right now, on the flagship station, the WCOBM TV network. It's on Pit Road Racing.
Afternoon, Las Vegas, where I'm at. Alan Michaels down in the NetShock studio in Daytona Beach, Florida. My partner, Scratch with a K, and we're going to cover it all. Good evening to you in Daytona Beach, sir.
Good afternoon to you in Las Vegas, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Weather's killing down, man. Got up this morning. It was a nice, crisp 69 degrees outside here in Las Vegas this morning with a nice cup of coffee, my friend. So
nice. It's 80 here. It's 80 here if anybody cares, and it's probably going to rain. And by probably, I mean I live in Florida, so it's going to rain somewhere, sometime. For at least a couple minutes.
There you go, man. Hey, before we get going, let's get that tomorrow afternoon. Got a great show. Let's talk about the high banks real quick. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, man, we got the high banks every Friday at 5 o'clock on WSBB. That's 106.9 on your FM dial and 1230 on your AM dial here in the Volusia County area. We are the great voice of Volusia County, and it is in New Smyrna is where it's located. If you want to stream it, if you're watching this show from somewhere else and you'd like to stream it, you can stream it on TuneIn. It is the High Banks. We do a few segments on the first half of the show, and in the second half of the show, my man right here, Alan Michaels, joins me, and we have a guest, and we do our version, the High Banks version of racing around the country. So,
well, we got it set up next week. We have got the C family racing team, the Cope family racing team. Tommy Boy's coming in town. He's going to be here running the ARCA cars up on Friday night at the Bull Ring Scratch, and then, of course, the Xfinity race. And my friend, he will be sitting right next to us right here.
There you go.
You know, I mean, this will be a little surprise from Derek and the whole team. So we're looking forward to having those guys in town. They get a hold of us. And so we'll be racing at the Bull Ring next Friday night. And then, of course, NASCAR heads to the track, the mile and a half here Saturday and Sunday. All right. Hey, got your shoe, buddy? Got your shoe?
I do.
All righty. Hey, man, partnerships are all done for the 2025 season. In fact, I wanted to do this, Scratch. I put this together here, and I thought this was really nice. As the scrolling down right there, I want to thank our partners there that joined us for this season here, all of our good friends. And, of course, all the money goes to supporting the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame right there. Scratch has got a shoe. I've got a shoe. And it's still open. You can donate at any time. It's really easy, folks. Just log on to the information that you see. It's at the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. And I'll hit that scroller again. Right there she goes. And just log on, hit the donate button. whether it's $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever you'd like to do. All the money goes for the shoes right there, and we give them out to needy men and women and children. They're called heart shoes because you got the little heart thing. It's all done up in the heart shoe logo and everything right there. So there you go. All righty. Anything else that you got to say? Any shout outs? Racing coming up for you soon, my friend?
Man, I'm hoping to get back racing here pretty soon. I called the sponsor yesterday. He didn't call me back. He's the one that's got the car. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it's nothing. He's a busy man at C&L Towing down there. But yeah, I'm planning on doing some racing. They had the run at Citrus County Speedway this weekend, but it didn't look like they were running those enduros, kind of the same as the last time where they said they were going to do the Paul Revere enduro, which is the one where they shut off all the lights and you have a flashlight on your car. The one thing that I'm probably not interested in doing. So I don't know, but we've got 3 of the Tour Destructions coming up here pretty soon. They got the one at Bradenton at the Freedom Factory that Cletus McFarland owns.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. That's a 2-day event. I'm probably only going to do the second day if I do it, and then we have Orlando Speed World for Tour Destruction coming up. And the Ocala Speedway, which is the one dirt track that we run twice a year for Tour of Destruction. So those are all coming up October, November, end of October, beginning of November. And I'm hoping to be in the Camry and running. If not, I'm going to turn my street car into an enduro car, I think.
All right. There you go. Hey, want to do that? Just let everybody know on Pit Road Racing each and every Thursday, 3 p.m. right here on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast right there. We stream it from the main network, from the WCOBM network, and then we send it across 7 or 8 different formats from Facebook, YouTube, television, Instagram. Yeah, just look out for On Pit Road Racing. You'll find it all right there. And want to thank our show partners real quickly, the Gene Woods Racing Experience, the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, the Woods Family Sandwiches, our good friends over at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Atlanta Motor Sports Park, Red One Scooters, Hammer and Harry's, and our good friends over also at the Downtown Grand Hotel and Casino. Hey, let's get it rocking and rolling. Scratch, you stand by from around the track. I got race and weather for you. It's brought to you by our good friends and sponsors and partners at the Woods Family Sandwiches, 931 American Pacific, Suite 106, right there in the Las Vegas Henderson line. If you need more information about their menus or catering, pickup services, log on to the World Wide Web at WFSandwiches.com. NASCAR's in Concord, North Carolina this weekend. Scratch, partly cloudy skies all weekend long. A rain chance could pop up at any minute. Daytime highs, though, mid-70s, dropping off into the upper 50s for the nighttime campers there. NHRA and the High Limit Series are both off this weekend. World of Outlaws going to be visiting Williams Grove Speedway. Going to be a great weekend. Sunny skies for the doubleheader. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 70s with nighttime lows a little frosty in the upper 40s for you campers out there. F1's going to be in Singapore, and it looks like they better have the rain gear ready to go because they've got 70% chance of rain all weekend long with a real big chance of lightning and thunderstorms on Sunday. Temperatures, the humidity is going to be up. Temperatures up in the upper 80s. Nighttime lows in the upper 70s. Scratch, that's a look at race and weather. Brought to you by our good friends and partners at the Woods Family Sandwiches, 931 American Pacific, Suite 106, Las Vegas, Henderson area. More information on the World Wide Web, folks, at the WFSandwiches.com. Scratch, take us around the track. Brought to you by our good friends at the Downtown Grand Hotel and Casino right here in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. More information and booking, log on to the World Wide Web at downtowngrand.com, or you can reach out to them at 855-384-7263, the official partners of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame and On Pit Road Racing. Take us around the track, my friend.
Yeah, y'all buckle up. I'm ready to take you guys around the track. First, we got the Monster Energy Supercross Series. They are not racing because their season is over. So the Progressive Flat Track Series, same thing. They are wrapped up for the 2025 season. East Coast Speedway Motorcycle Racing. They're in action at Action Park. See what I did there? October 11th and October 26th. Fast Fridays, October 4th, the U.S. versus the World. Industry Hills, October 25th, the World Speedway Invitational. Formula One, October 3rd through the 5th. GP Singapore, as you mentioned, it looks like they're going to be racing in some monsoon type weather over there. IndyCar, it's finished up for the 2025 season as well. there's some cool stuff happening over there. We'll see what happens for next year. NHRA, October 8th through the 12th. The Texas Winter National. The High Limits, October 10th and 11th. Lakewood Speedway. NOS Energy Series, October 3rd and 4th. Williamson Grove Speedway. The American Beer Modified Series, October 3rd at Humboldt Speedway. October 4th at 81 Speedway. The Truck Series, they're on the Roval. The Truck Series at the Roval, the Charlotte Roval this Friday at 3:30 p.m. You can see that going on. The Xfinity Series, the Blue Cross NC 250, they are also on the Roval. They'll be running Saturday at 4 o'clock. And the NASCAR Cup Series, again, on the Roval at Charlotte, Sunday, October 5th. That's this Sunday at 3 p.m. Alan, that's a look at Around the Track.
Brought to you by our partners at the Downtown Grand Hotel and Casino in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. Check them out, 206 North 3rd Street in the heart of downtown. Phone number 855-384-7263 to make a reservation or book it online at the downtowngrand.com. Real quickly here, too, men. Next weekend here in Las Vegas, it really gets kicked underway. Bull ring action is going to have the ARCA and the Tour cars. The Legend cars are going to be running there on Friday night. Saturday, the Xfinity Series hits the big 1.5 miles on Sunday. The grand finale was we start the round of 8, the South Point 400. October 18th, it'll be championship night at the Bull Ring. So all the local racers here, they're going to be going for the trophies, split the points, and wrap it up for this season, October 18th. October 30th through November 2nd, Scratch NHRA is back here in Las Vegas at the Strip. November 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's modified time, buddy. The big blocks are coming to town at the Open Wheel Showdown at the dirt track, and we wrap up the racing season here November 20th, 21st, and 22nd, the 3rd annual Heineken Grand Prix. The F1 returns, and they're tearing up the town and building the track and gotten everything ready to go for that thing, man. So
a lot of racing going on out there.
Yeah, we got it set up. I'm really bummed next year that NASCAR does not have the trucks coming to either one of the events. No truck racing in Las Vegas for the 2026 season.
I don't like that.
I'm not liking that at all. I'm just,
I love the trucks. I say it all the time. I love the trucks.
You know what? When Friday night comes, when we're there in the spring race, and they used to have them both times, but now they cut it back. But I mean, Friday night at the trucks, man, beating and banging, the bodies are glowing off of that thing. You're out there in the middle of the desert. You've been there. You know what I mean? For people, the track is away from the Strip, not like we run F1 here. It's out in the middle of the damn desert. And I mean, everything is pitch black dark except that speedway.
Yeah,
and occasionally a jet or a big transport.
I was just going to say, I've seen a few of the big transport planes flying into the Air Force Base out there, which is neat. And when you're sitting in the stands, you can see the Strip way off in the distance, and it's really neat. It is. It's really neat. It's neat. It's neat. But yeah, it's out there in the middle of nowhere.
So whatever.
Technically, though, Las Vegas is out there in the middle of nowhere. It just started growing from the inside out.
Yeah. It's getting. I'm telling you, it's getting to the mountain, Matty. They might have to start pouring. They might have to start boring in and shoveling stuff away. I don't know. Anyhow, and only one NHRA event. No more 4 wide next year. Now,
that too. I didn't like that either. I thought you got 2 4 wide tracks. I'm kind of surprised. There's only 2 places you can run 4 wide. You would think you would keep the other one running 4. I mean, especially when you're going to race there anyway.
Yeah,
you're going to race there anyway. Right.
And you're only going to have one event. So the spring event is gone for the NHRA here next year. So no 4 wide because the whatever anniversary, the 75th anniversary or whatever they're celebrating next year, and they want to bring in some other tracks. Okay. Whatever.
I still think, especially with that only having one, it should. I mean, you have 2 4 wide tracks, and now you're only getting 1 race. It should be 4 wide. I'm not understanding that 100%. I guess we should have found that out when we were talking to
Jose.
Jose. But
well, here's the thing: they run 4 wide here in the spring, and then 2 weeks later they're running 4 wide again in Charlotte. So why don't they do? And then they're going to run 4 wide. Then they ran 4 wide again. So why doesn't the NHRA go, okay, we'll let the spring race, we'll let them run 2 wide, Then when we get back here, instead of running a double 4 wide in Charlotte, we'll run the 4 wide, the season finale 4 wide here instead of running it in Charlotte. Run it here. And you could still keep all the other tracks, but okay.
I feel like Vegas should have, I mean, especially going down to 1 and it being a 4 wide, they should, I don't know. I feel like that should be a 4 wide, but we're talking heads, Alan. You know that?
That's all we can do. All we can do is
I'm accepting it. I'm accepting that I'm just a talking head.
We'll speak our piece. Which way to go? All right, we'll take a quick break. We come back. We'll talk. We got NHRA news and lined up for you, ready to go. We got some racing news from the dirt. Indy Max Verstappen. Another big victory for him and closing in on the championships. We'll take care of it all. Scratch, do us a favor and take us to break, buddy.
Yeah, man, that's Alan Michaels right there at the WCOBM studios in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Scratch with a K at the Nutshack Entertainment Studios here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Ponce Inlet. Let's be careful there. It's not Daytona, but it's Ponce Inlet. We'll be back with more on Pit Road Racing.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas. Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas, the South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your
At Hammered Harry's, we're not like other restaurants.
What the hell do you want?
We're service with an attitude.
There's your food. Don't ask me for anything else.
Dishing out great food, strong drinks, weekly events, and a hefty serving of sass. Only at Hammered Harry's.
I think I'm going to go over and, they got a new one over there, man. They got a mango job now. They got a mango margarita, man. I mean, this thing.
Mango margarita.
I think I might have to go check this thing out, man. I'm not they do it with vodka, no tequila. So I'm not a big tequila guy. So anyhow, I went over, they got a private event coming here at the Gene Woods, and I went over to place the order for the taco bar. They do a really nice, thing for corporate parties. I mean, Hammer and Harry's does a huge ass taco bar. So I went over yesterday and spoke to Janice, the general manager. And she said, Alan, she goes, we got a new flavor here. It's called mango. So I got to check this out.
You didn't try it while you were over there? I would have.
No, I didn't. I was, wrapping up business with the Gene Woods Racing Experience. I take care of things here for Gene. Yep. And she told me about it. So I think after the show here this afternoon, I think I might just go on over there and give me one of them mangoes and let you know how it tastes.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah, I would like to hear. Yeah, thanks. So I'm gonna go over there and try it and rub it in your face. That's what you probably should have said. It's kind of the same thing.
I'm gonna find one way or another. I'm talking to Gene today. When I get off the air, call me and tell me what that plane ticket costs.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's talk some NHRA. Take us there, buddy. Well, I got me a fresh Red Bull here too. I'm ready to go.
There you go. That's what I need right now. I don't know why I don't. Oh, I got one in the fridge. Next break, I'm gonna go hit the studio kitchen and get one. Okay, let's get back to business because I already see this train wrecking as we usually do sometimes. It's time for a look at your NHRA. This segment is brought to you by the place we were just speaking of the whole time. Hammered Harry's, good food, fun times. Service with an attitude, home of the $5 margarita, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas. Alan, what do you got?
I'll tell you what, man, I'll pull you off the screen. Go grab your Red Bull and you'll be right back. All right, there we go. Hey, four-time funny champ Matt Hagan defeated Fast Jack Beckham in the final round last Sunday at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, picking up the victory for Tony Stewart Racing and staying alive for the championship mix in front of a huge crowd at the Napa Auto Parts NHRA Midwest Nationals. Doug Galetta in Top Fuel. Greg Anderson, man of pro stock, Gray Gerard and Pro Motorcycles, also won the 17th of 20 races during the 2025 NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series season, with the third of 6 races in the Countdown Championships. Current point stands with 3 events left coming up for you in the 2025 season. Doug Galetta leads Justin Ashley by 86 points. Austin Prock leads Matt Hagan by 20. That win really helped out Matt Hagan. Dallas Glenn leads Greg Anderson by 25. And we got a new points leader. Richard Gratson leads Gage Herrera by 29 points coming up into this next round. I'm going to tell you something. We had Ida Setterstorm on the show about a month or so ago. And I'm just telling you, she gave Doug Galetta a run for her money this time. I mean, this girl is on fire. The women are rocking and rolling. He's back with his Red Bull.
I'm not, though. I went to the fridge and I forgot that I drank the dadgum thing yesterday.
Now the train wreck is on. All right. So anyhow, wrapping it up, Ida Zetterstorm. She's alive and well, buddy. I'm telling you, watch out for this girl.
Man, when I saw that, when I was doing some research the other day and I saw that, I was like, oh, Ida, go get him.
Telling you. She's the sweetest. She's the Swedish. What? You're from Sweden.
She was awesome.
Sweden. I'm telling you.
Swedish.
She not only looks good, but she can drive the damn car, buddy, and that's all that makes a difference.
That's for sure.
All right. Wrapping it up. Take us
How
there.
awesome would that have been, though, for her to beat Doug Galetta?
Oh, yeah. That'd have been something.
Did you already run through the points? I missed that part.
Yeah, I got it all, buddy. Yeah,
all right. This segment brought to you by Hammered Harry's train wreck right here going on. Here we go. This segment is brought to you by Hammered Harry's, good food, fun times, service with an attitude, and home of the $5 margarita, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
You got it looking good out there. I was going to say, I was going to take the break, but since you ain't got no Red Bull, I guess we'll just keep going on. Hey, F1, get it ready to go for you. This segment is brought to you by our partners at the Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, 678-381-8527. That's pretty bad. You got the number sitting right in front of me. Once again, 678-381-8527. The Atlanta Motorsports Park is the country club of motorsports. I've been following those guys down there, and they're really doing. I mean, they're adding more stuff to this. They got a big, super new lounge that they put together there. Some great stuff. Tell us a little bit about what happened in F1, my friend.
Oh, is that where we're at? Okay, that's what I was asking. I wasn't sure where we were at. I apologize.
That's okay.
F1, where are you at? Oh, there you are. There we go. I got you. I'm with you now. I'm with you. Max Verstappen, he claimed a lights to flag victory in the you always give me the ones I can't pronounce. Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Is that even close?
Yeah, that's close.
Azerbaijan Grand Prix. While Lando Norris closed the gap to the title rival, Oscar Piastri, to 25 points after the Drivers' Championship leader crashed out on the opening lap. Verstappen was never headed to the streets of Baku, leading all 51 laps and winning by over 14 seconds from Mercedes' George Russell and Carlos Sainz, who claimed his first podium for Williams, having just lost out on pole position. Kimi Antonelli narrowly missed out on the final step of the podium, having run well all day, but was well clear of a fierce battle for fifth, which is headed by Racing Bulls Liam Lawson, who claimed a career best result. Point standings with 7 races left in the 2025 F1 season. Oscar Piastri, he is first, Lando Norris is second, and Max V is third. Sorry, I struggled through that a little bit.
That's okay.
Oh, boy.
There you go. Segment brought to you by our partners at Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, give them a phone call down there, 678-381-8527, AtlantaMotorsportsPark.com. They are the country club of motorsports. I'm telling you, we'll get down there. It's coming one way or another.
We will.
You got you something cold to drink there. All right. Well, you take a sip right there. I'll get
us set up. Drink. Yeah, it just wasn't Red Bull.
There you go. In fact, now that I do it, I'll just might as well pop mine here and take me a quick one. Since we're off the rails today anyhow.
Yeah, there's no telling what's going to happen next, is there?
We got an email from somebody that said that's what they said about us. Said we don't know what you guys are going to do next. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's hey, neither do we.
Spent 2 or 3 hours writing a script and show notes, and it all just goes to heck in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
All right, let's move on, man. Let's do some World of Outlaws and the high limits and everything else. And I got you while you pull it up. Racing news from the dirt. This segment brought to you by our good friends right here at the Gene Woods Racing Experience. 450 Fremont Street, Las Vegas' only true indoor drift track. GoKartsLasVegas.com is where you're going to find it right there. 702-270-8100, man. And if you log on to the website right now, Scratch, it's $5 off for everybody. All you got to do is take your phone, take a picture, download it, print it, do whatever you want to do. But Gene said, I thought that was pretty cool. He set that up pretty neat. So you just, first thing you see when you go that, save yourself $5. Can't beat that. 30 to 25 bucks on the track.
$5 bill is a $5 bill.
Tell us a little bit about the World of Outlaws, my friend.
All right, night one, the defending World of Outlaws and NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series champions won $83,000 at the Thunderbolt Raceway Dennis Roth Classic in California last Sunday. That is a mouthful all in its own. 6 days later, the scene shifted more than 2,000 miles east to Findlay's, Ohio's Millstream Speedway for Sheldon Hoddenchild's Buckeye Brawl, presented by NOS Energy Drink. The result, another trip to Victory Lane for Gravel and the Big Game crew. The Watertown, Connecticut native lined up on the front row, but it was pole sitter Michael Buddy Kofoid leading the way early on. Gravel kept Kofoid within his sights and set up a duel between the current top 2 in World of Outlaws points and the 2 winningest drivers on the tour this year. Gravel stalked Kofoid in traffic and made the winning move on lap 9 when Kofoid slipped in traffic. The Big Game number 2 rolled under the Roth Motorsports number 83 out of turn 4 to take the top spot. Several cautions lined Kofoid up alongside Gravel for restarts, but Gravel didn't flinch. He kept Kofoid behind him on his way to a $17,000 triumph. Boy, I should race those things. And add that to his Dennis Ross Classic paycheck, and that's an even $100,000 for his last 2 days of work. Well, that ain't bad at all. Winner David Gravel, second Michael Kofoid, and third Logan Schuchart.
I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, that's not a bad deal. 100 grand and 2 grades.
No.
As old as I am, I think I might even take a shot at that. I got night number 2 for you, man. The lowrider gets his first victory in 10 years and becomes the oldest winner in the World of Outlaws in history at his home track. That was a certain magical feeling as the Blaney family at Sharon Speedway. It's a hometown, Hartford, Ohio. The track they now own and operate, and it's Dave Blaney who pulled off one of the most shocking wins in the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Sprint Car Series since his victory back in 2021. On that night, the 24-year-old, after his most recent series triumph, took his own number 10 to Victory Lane and sent to Sharon stands into a major uproar and a major frenzy. Fast forward 4 years, and his brother Dale Blaney turned in a storybook Sharon moment, driving his brother's experimental sprint car. The greatest show on dirt rolled into Sharon Speedway Saturday nights for the fair-rated auto parts, and it was clear that Dale had the speed right out of the box. A record 54 cars in the pits, and Blaney nearly 4/10 a second faster than the entire field, picking it up. So, man, top three scratches. Good to see the OGs get back in there. Dave Blaney with your win coming up for you, man, and looking right there with Michael Coldfield and Sheldon Child. And Scratch, that's a look at the points out of it. And you've got 14 races there. What's all sitting back? Who's on top? Who's going to do what? Here we go, buddy.
Well, 14 races left in the 2025 at NOS Energy Series. You got David Gravel on top. Michael Kofoid, he has 150 back in second. Carson Macedo, 288 back in third.
There you go, man. And of course, the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Series is back in action this week at Humboldt Speedway. Currently, right now, Bobby Pierce up on top. Mick Hoffman is 116 back. Ryan Gustin back 266. And that's a look at the racing news from the dirt. Brought to you by our good friends at the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. Las Vegas' only true indoor drift track. 270-8100 or gokartslasvegas.com. Scratch, take us a break. We'll come back and get some more action for you.
Hey, I am Scratch with a K. I am in Pottsville, Florida, right on the old beach course they used to run on here at Nutshack Entertainment Studios. That's Alan Michaels. He's out there in Las Vegas, the beautiful Las Vegas, at the WCOBM Studios. And we'll be back with more on Pit Road Racing.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is smoke and fire. This is high stakes and wild cards. This is family and tradition. This is everything on the line. This is it. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas. The South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now. LVMS.com. This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas, the South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now.
Get them now, man. Go quick. Good deal for the kids on Saturday. I think it's 10 and under. Everybody free. Kids 10 and under get in free scratch with paid adults. So, now see some Xfinity racing. Should be some pretty good there.
Wow.
Connor Zelich. Cope family's going to be there, man.
I can't be right.
What's that?
I just looked up. This was during the break, looking up plane tickets, and
What did it say?
that more than last time.
How much more?
A lot more.
$100 more?
No. Well, I'll look again. I'll look again in a little bit.
Let me check my secret stash that I got. I might have some points at the Cheapo Air. I use those guys quite a bit.
That's where I was looking. Cheapo Air.
You looking at Cheapo Air too? All right.
I might FedEx myself.
Okay. I'll make sure we throw you a couple of Red Bulls in there to make a trip, man.
Yeah, at least. You cut some holes in the box too. That would help.
All righty.
No, I'm gonna look again, but I didn't like what I saw right there. That's for sure.
Well, we'll figure it out. We got time. We'll figure it out. Hey, let's go ahead and hit the high limits action, and then we'll roll in it into NASCAR. Okay, how about it?
Hey, sounds great to me. This report is brought to you by Red One Scooters. You need some mobility help? You contact our good friends at Red One Scooters, 702-713-0587 to make your reservation. You need to get around? You call Red One. Alan, what happened in the high limit series, my friend?
I'll tell you then, just a quick second. I want a big shout out to my buddy Zach at Red One. I already called. Got two of them coming. I got two of them coming, buddy.
So if I come out there, I got to walk around and chase you all while you're on scooters?
Yeah, man, we got to. You make it there, we'll get three of them, Matty. We'll buzz that joint like you ain't never seen.
No, you know what's going to happen if I get in a scooter around you.
In the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
6 races left in the 2025 season for the high limits, and it made its return visit to Spring Valley, Pennsylvania at the Path Valley Speedway Park. And here's a look at the results for you, man. I'm just telling you, Tanner Thornton back up on top. You got it. Well done, Brady Bacon. And Gino says, let's see, as your top winners right there. 6 events, and it's all Rico Brew, man. I mean, Brad Sweet better lock it in. He better get something really rocking and rolling, because a Brew's up on top 25.84, Sweet's back 25.32, and Brad Marks at 23.86, man. So I'm just telling you, Rico's coming on strong, man. He is coming on strong. First half of the year, I didn't think anybody was going to top Brad Sweet. But boy, I'll tell you what. And another thing, did you see that with Rico's too? Just signed a big deal going to Tony Stewart Racing in the sprint cars next year.
Well, that's probably a good move.
I'm telling you. All right. There you go.
I like Brady Bacon.
Yeah.
Just because of the name. That's who I would root on if I was there. This report is brought to you by Red One Scooters. You need some mobility help? You contact our good friends at Red One Scooters, 702-713-0587 to make your reservation. You need to get around. You call Red One.
That's right. My buddy Zach up there, give him a shout. Tell him that you need something. They bring it right to your house, everything. They bring it right there. It's clean. It's ready. The batteries are charged up. You're ready to go.
But if you do call them, don't mention that I said I was going to crash Allen with one of them. Don't mention that. Keep that quiet.
Before we get into NASCAR, you said that. I got to do this, man. A good friend of mine, John Avery, broadcasting buddy of mine. We used to work in stations in Ohio. I was on the oldie goldie side. John was on the country side. So we talked about a trip to Daytona, so we called Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Oh, this sounds like
we ask him what it's going to cost us to rent a car from Columbus, Ohio, down to Daytona Beach. He said, well, how many days do you need it? Well, let's see, man. We got back then, remember, it was the Gatorade Twin 125s.
Yep.
Well, we got a 125 on Thursday. 500 miles will run on Sunday. And then we got another 1,100 miles back. I guess we need it for 5 days and, about 6,000 miles. Well, where are you taking it to? Daytona International Speedway. Guy did not think it was very funny what we told him we were getting ready to do with the car. Needless to say, for about 2 years, we couldn't go to Avis, man. Our names were blackballed. He would not rent us.
He had your picture on the wall at every one of them.
It was a good time. Segment brought to you by our good friends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, LVMS.com. NASCAR returns for the round of 8, the South Point 400. Big weekend racing at the Bull Ring Friday night on the 10th, the Xfinity Series on the 11th, and the South Point 400. The round of 8 starts for you. And, of course, NHRA returns Halloween weekend. Tickets available for all the events at LVMS.com. America's racing showplace, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Scratch, tell us everything we need to know about what happened in NASCAR last week.
Hey, yeah, man. First, we're going to start with your NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, race 3 of 3. In the round of 10, you got Corey Heim on top with 2 wins. Lane Riggs with a win. He is at second. Ty Majeski third. Daniel Hemrick is fourth. Grant Enfinger is fifth. Tyler Ankrum is sixth. Caden Honeycutt, he is 7th. Rajah Caruth is 8th. Missing out on the round of 8, Chandler Smith and Jake Garcia. Your NASCAR Xfinity Series, your Racebacks, Brandon Jones. He won the Kansas City 300. It's his 7th victory in 330 Xfinity Series races. It's his second victory at 11 top 10 finish of 2025. This is the third victory and 8th top 10 finish in 11 races and at Kansas Speedway. Connor Zilich, he posted his second top 10 finish in 2 races at Kansas. It's his 19th top 10 finish in 2025. Austin Hill, he finished third. Connor Zilich was the highest finishing rookie. Connor Zilich leads the point standings by 37 over Justin Allgaier. Your Xfinity Series playoff standings after Kansas: Brandon Jones, Connor Zilich, Justin Allgaier. They all advanced. Sam Mayer, Taylor Gray, Sheldon Creed, Carson Guapel, Jesse Love. That's your top 8. Currently below the elimination line: Nick Sanchez, Austin Hill, Harrison Burton, and Sammy Smith. NASCAR Cup, Chase Elliott. He won the Hollywood Casino 400 NASCAR Cup Series race at Kansas Speedway. The win is his second win of the year, second at Kansas, at 21st win. Denny Hamlin finished second. I got things to say about all that. Christopher Bell, he was your pole sitter, and he finished third, followed by Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, William Byron, and look at this, number 88, Shane Van Gisbergen gets his first top 10 on an oval. Hamlin was the dominant driver of the race despite late race problems. With power steering, he won stages 1 and 2. He also earned the fastest lap bonus. The race ended on the second overtime attempt. Wallace was the leader of the race at the time on the restart and led to the white flag, but he and Bell got together, creating the opening for Hamlin to move up. Hamlin then got up the track, forcing Wallace into the wall, something like that. Elliott then jumped past them to win by 0.069 seconds. There was 20 lead changes among 11 drivers, 9 cautions, and 48 yellow flag laps. The playoff drivers, Chase Elliott, he won. Denny Hamlin was second. Christopher Bell was third. Chase Briscoe was fourth. Bubba Wallace was fifth. Kyle Larson was sixth. Tyler Reddick was seventh. William Byron was ninth. Ross Chastain was 11th. Joey Logano was 21st. Ryan Blaney, 24th. Austin Cindric, 30th. Their point standings after Kansas: 31 of 36 races, race 5 of 10 in the playoffs, race 2 of 3 in the round of 12. Chase Elliott on top. Ryan Blaney is second. Kyle Larson third. Denny Hamlin fourth. Christopher Bell fifth. William Byron sixth. Chase Briscoe seventh. And Joey Logano above the cut line at 8. Just below that, it's Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Austin Cindric. There you go.
There you go. Segment brought to you by our good friends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, LVMS.com. The round of 8 starts next weekend here. Tickets are available at LVMS.com. Bullring racing Friday night, Xfinity Saturday, and the South Point 400 on Sunday for you folks.
I'm back to disliking Denny Hamlin again.
Okay. We got chat talk coming up. I'll tell you what. I'll let you get off on it. And here's something else. NASCAR. NASCAR full season points format still possible? Oh, are they starting to open their eyes? We have more about that. Scratch is going to rag on a little bit about Denny Hamlin and Bubba, and we'll do it all. Final break for you is on Pit Road Racing, segment number 3 and 4 coming up for you right after this. Scratch down in the Daytona area. Me back in Las Vegas coming up right after this.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is smoke and fire. This is high stakes and wild cards. This is family and tradition. This is everything on the line. This is it. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas. The South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now. LVMS.com.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
At Hammered Harry's, we're not like other restaurants.
What the hell do you want?
We're service with an attitude.
There's your food. Don't ask me for anything else.
Dishing out great food, strong drinks, weekly events, and a hefty serving of sass. Only at Hammered Harry's.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas, the South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now.
Looking good out there for you as we bring it back to the final segment. Just kicking back on this Thursday edition, man. Of course, next weekend, Scratch will be live out at the Speedway. If you're here, you're here. If not, we'll bring you in on the satellite Saturday show. We'll do some stuff out there. Of course, our Thursday edition show, we'll do it. Then we'll pack the gear up, and we'll throw the dice and see where she goes, man. I
did find some cheaper flights during that break, though. I think I just had sticker shock at first, and I messed up the dates, and we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about
Go
it.
ahead. Let's carry on with the show, shall we?
Yeah, it's time. Yeah, kick back. I'm working on my Red Bull here. Real quickly too. Had a couple of inquiries. If you're looking for a place, folks, if you're coming to Las Vegas looking for something to do, Gene Woods Racing Experience. Also, want to say a big shout out to A1 Mechanical Electric. I got 75 electricians coming in at the end of October. They booked a place for 4 hours. We're looking forward to having them here. If you're out there coming to Vegas, or you got a corporate or a private event, reach out to us at 702-270-8100. Come in, you rent the track out. Scratch has been here, 12,000 square foot slide and drift track. I tell the young kids they're Tokyo drifting with the go-karts. Us older people like me, man, all in the snow and the ice. We set you up with catering. Hammer and Harry's is I ordered a taco bar for these folks. Evil Pies right down the street. We can get some great New York style pizza for you if you want it. Woods Family Sandwiches will bring in deli stuff for us. You want sandwiches? What do they call them? Little wrap things and everything else. We do it all right here for you. 702-270-8100 if you're interested. All right, Scratch. So should Bubba have been fired for flipping the boss off? What do you think?
No.
Okay.
No, first of all, and that's the one thing I'm going to say I admired about Denny after the fact is that I saw an interview with Denny where Denny was saying, had he flipped off me at 23:11, then we would have a problem. He'd be flipping off his boss. But what he did, this is Denny's own words, what he did out there was flipped off the driver that ran into him. He flipped off a competitor. He flipped off he flipped off the driver of the number 11 car. That's who he flipped off. And that's true. So no, as far as that goes, you know what? And Denny Hamlin, come on, man. I know it's tough. You got to race for the win, even if it's your car up there. I understand all of that. Okay, but 23:11 in a lawsuit with NASCAR. Wouldn't it just be a little bittersweet for your team to just keep on continuing through these playoffs? Mm-hmm. And a win for Bubba definitely helps that.
Oh, yeah, it would have locked him in. It would have locked him in.
Bubba gets a lot of grief. So it seems like Bubba would be the one you'd probably want to keep carrying that flag a little bit through there. And I don't know, man. It's tough. You're racing for the win. What are you going to do? You know? But come on, man. This is like he wrecked his teammate, and then he wrecked the car that he owned. I mean, it just don't look good for him. It's just not looking good. That's all you know what? If you don't wreck your teammate like the week before or whatever, then maybe people aren't as, why'd you do, you know what I mean? They're not, this is so, the attention's not drawn here. But I think in this scenario last week, the most important outcome is 23-11. Bubba, Tyler, whoever that was that Denny ran into, we know it was Bubba. I think the 23-11 getting the win was the biggest picture of the day. I think that's what's supposed to happen. And Kevin Harvick, I saw a little thing Kevin Harvick said, when you do that, and you know what? It's the same thing you and I talked about with Michael McDowell. If that's going to happen, one of y'all better win the race.
Yeah.
If you're going to take out your teammate or you're going to take out the car you own, you better go on down there and win and make it worth it. Well, what happened? They lost for Toyota. He lost for his team. He lost for the team he owns. And Chase Elliott, Hendricks won again.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, you can't take anything away.
There's a much bigger picture there that I don't think that Denny definitely ruined, in my opinion. So Denny, there's one from me, buddy. There's one from me too.
Okay. For you young viewers, turn your head there. In the instant, I mean, the win would have locked both the cars in. Because, that would have locked, it would have locked one of the 23-11 in, which Denny owns part of. Denny's already locked in, which he's driving for Joe Gibbs. So the scenario sort of works out pretty good. Also, I've not been a big supporter of Bubba lately, and the reason why is because after things go bad, and I will, and let me finish the statement, he got on that whining mode. But I will say this, because I saw the post-race interview, and I believe it was the French Stretch people who were there. He actually was very calm and did not whine. I will give him that. He kept his professional attitude over that. I will give him that.
I mean,
but racing is racing.
Somewhere in his mind, though, he knows that's his boss, regardless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He does have to be a little careful.
I guess the big question of it is we haven't heard anything from Jordan yet. We haven't heard anything. Are the sponsor? I mean, you got to remember what we're dealing with here, too, folks. I mean, everything is now caught on camera. You can't kid. Yeah. You can't get away.
Bottom line is, I don't,
and that's can't get away from it.
In that scenario, listen. It's the last lap, you're leading the race, and your boss wrecks you. That's the way Bubba looks at it. That's the way, I don't give a damn if it was a car, if it was what, look, that's what happened. That's what happened. It was the last lap. Bubba was leading, and his boss wrecked him. And then Toyota didn't get a win. Denny didn't get a win. Denny's team didn't get a win. Hendricks Motorsports got him another win.
And like I said before, you can't take anything away from Chase Elliott.
Playoff mode.
You can't take it.
No,
you can't take it
not
away.
Not at all. Like, he's the one, the Hendricks driver that I love, that I root on. I root on silently. But man, still though. I mean that scenario just sounds horrible when I say it out loud.
I guess if you look at it this way, for 23-11 for this weekend at the Roval, their best shot is Tyler Reddick, because he has one on a road.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that Bubba can't win on the road, but if you want to play the odds, then Tyler Reddick is the best shot to win this weekend.
You know what's a little bit. I'm going to just back up to SVG for a second.
Okay.
Now because we're going into the Roval. So you remember we had talked about the first round or whatever. See, this is where the playoff sucks, in my opinion. So this round he gets a 10th place finish and could win the Roval, and it's going to mean nothing. It's going to mean nothing. You know what I mean? Because he didn't do so well in the first three races of the playoffs. And this is where the playoffs are.
All right. Well, let's talk about it. We got a little chat talk here, and you've got the first story coming out about NASCAR's considering the playoffs full season points format. Tell us what NASCAR's got to say so far.
It's almost like I planned it this way, isn't it? Well, NASCAR is reconsidering the playoffs. Full season points format is still possible, okay? So when NASCAR first convened in a committee back in February, they gathered feedback for the future of the championship format. Only one person advocated for eliminating NASCAR's playoff system altogether, which I wish they would do. But there's more. In the most recent meetings last week, numerous influential committee members spoke on behalf of scrapping the playoffs and returning to the full season points format NASCAR used up until 2003, which crowned a champion simply by total points incurred over the entire schedule of racing. NASCAR is now seriously weighing the possibility of drastically overhauling the playoffs or doing away with them altogether. A modified playoff system in which most criticized elements of the current format are tweaked may still win out. Yet the mere chance of going back to a 36 race schedule determining the series champion, a scenario which seemed borderline impossible 7 months ago, marks a dizzying turnaround that speaks to the crossroads of stock car racing. If NASCAR did opt for a return to the champion ways that they did in the back, it would be decided for most of its history. The choice would be driven by a variety of reasons.
Okay.
So now the NASCAR Cup Series Playoff Committee has met for the last time. The final decision on the new championship format will head into the executive level. The next step, NASCAR is going to get its leadership in position to have a serious discussion and lock themselves in a room and figure it out. So that's what they're looking for right there. And I like two scenarios. I like going back that way. I mean, you did get to you did run into the problem with so many races left, somebody might be blowing somebody out, you know what I mean? And then that makes it maybe a little less exciting on who's going to win the championship. So, you know, that was the flaw. That's where these playoffs came about. So the flaw was, you know, people running away with a championship and you already knowing who the champion's going to be with about, you know, however many races left. That was a flaw in it. It didn't happen all the time, but it was something that happened. If they do keep the playoff format, I personally would just like to see them run the playoff races and not eliminate anybody. You know, like technically 2 seasons, not this eliminate. We got this round, not that. If they're going to do the 36 race thing, that's cool. If they're going to do the playoff thing, I'd like to just see the playoffs as season number 2. If that's how they're going to do it, they're going to reseat, they're going to do whatever. Everybody's going to start. It's going to be 1 through whatever it is. And everybody stays in till the end, you know, because like I said, this race, this 10th place for SVG and a win on the Roval, and who knows, whatever. Let's just say he gets a little lucky streak down the road or something like that. This dude could be the champion, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. He's not going to be any of that stuff.
So you'd be all right if they kept the 16 driver field, and then to that point we're going to run the last 10 events, and everybody stays in till we get to Phoenix.
That's it.
Okay.
I would be if they're keeping the playoffs. If they're going to, we are all for eliminating playoffs. Of course, I would like to see them figure out that 36 race schedule where it's not going to be somebody running away with it. You know, if they could figure that out, you know, wins again. You know, if you take the old point system, but you give more for wins, you know, you're still rewarding consistency, but you're also rewarding the consistent winners. So I think that was one of the flaws in the old system, is that the winner didn't separate. There wasn't enough separation between the winner and anybody else.
Well, it was 175 to win, and then 1 back. Then you got 5 bonus points for the pole. You got 5 bonus points for leading the lap, and 5 bonus points for leading the most laps, which came out that you're going to have 190 points for the day.
But there should be a bigger gap between winning the race and 2nd place.
Okay. So would you be happy? Would you be happy to the point of, say, let's go, if they went back and kept it to this point, if they kept it at 175 points to win, then 170 for 2nd, 165. So put a 5-point spread, but then keep the 5 points for winning a pole, keep 5 points for winning, leading the lap in 5. You look back at we talked about Dale Jarrett and the way he used to win. You remember? I mean, he'd go out. he'd win the pole, he'd lead the first lap, and then he'd pull to the right side of the wall side of the track or inside of the track, whichever way, and sail to the back. And he'd say, I let them battle it out, let them crash their cars, because with 25 to go, I got a clean car.
For sure.
And I'm going to work my way up to the front.
And less cars to pass at that point.
And at that point, too. Exactly. And what you're passing is probably, everybody's patched up, Bondo taped up, duct taped up, whatever track, depending on whatever track they're at.
Sure.
I mean, I'm all for that. I mean, I look at it the way when Kawicki won it, Elliott won the day in Atlanta, but Kawicki won. Same way when Rusty won. Rusty won the championship. He didn't win the race in Atlanta, but he had enough consistency of the year.
Yeah.
What, it was in 90, Kawicki and Kawicki 90 and Earnhardt Sr. and his last, 93, 90, didn't win a race all year. So consistency stayed. I mean,
I do think you should be rewarded a little more for finishing for winning.
Okay, so
there should be a bigger gap between. Okay, I like all this 5 point here, 1 point there.
So what do you think the gap should be?
But are you telling me you should get 5 bonus points for leading a lap, and you're only going to have a 5 point lead over second place for winning the race? Do you know what I mean? Because if you're getting 5 points just for leading one lap, why are you only gaining 5 points on second place to win the race? Make that 10 points. If you win, you get an extra 5, or something along those lines. You gotta reward people for winning the damn races. Now,
so
right now they're trying to reward them by winning, and you're in, and that's okay. That's whatever. But you see where that's getting us. You know what I mean? That's getting us in places where I hate to say it, SVG dominates the season because of the road courses, and then gets into playoffs and was like, whoosh, see ya.
Yeah.
So the winning you're in thing is,
So if you were to make the rule right now, what do you think the spread should be from first to second and down? Should it be
make it 10 point? Make it. You can do whatever you want from second down. I don't care. You can do the old point standings from second down.
So in other words,
if there's a 5 point gap between, if it's 175 to 170, that's the difference. You're in second, you get 170. You're in first, you get 175. You should get 180, and second get 170, and then you can go do whatever from after that. I just think winning a race should have extra points.
Okay.
Winning a race should have extra points. All right. We're doing all this for consistency. Well, if you win 10 races, you're consistently winning. If you win 2, if you win whatever, I think winning a race, a pole. So somebody goes out there and qualifies to start on a pole, and you're giving them this many points, but yet there's a tiny, teeny little gap. It's no different of a gap between first and second than there is second and third. Right. So winning deserves more.
I'm going to go along with you. I am going to go along with you on this. Maybe set a 10 point spread. So if it's 175 to win, then second place gets 165, and then maybe 5 down. Then maybe 5 down.
Sure.
The rest of the tier, but still pay 5 points for a pole. Still pay 5 extra points if you lead a lap, and pay 5 extra points if you lead the most laps. Because if you start looking at how many laps did Bubba? If you want to go back, how many laps did Bubba lead Sunday? He led a lot of laps.
Yeah. Well, again, you're awarding everybody. You're awarding everybody for consistency,
right?
A pole. You get a pole, man. You won something. Here you go.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
And all that stuff. And that's just where I think winning a race, correct me if I'm wrong, is the ultimate goal outside of winning a championship in NASCAR. Winning a NASCAR race is your ultimate goal, week in and week out. Okay, to get yourself to try to win a championship. So, you should get more. You should be rewarded more for winning. And then you can do whatever. Like I said, you can come right on in here with the old way you did all the points, and all you got to do is add a little extra points for the win, and you might have a fixed problem. But if they do go with the playoffs and they reset, I'd still like to see them run it the same way. Just the last races, you just run it with the point, with the playoff contenders, and you don't eliminate anybody, because anything can happen, man. The guy that's in last place right this minute can win the next 4 in a row. And it won't matter.
Well, here's a prime example. Okay, so roll over this weekend in Charlotte, okay? Then they're coming here to Las Vegas. Then after that, then they're heading to Talladega, the biggest track on the tour. Then they're heading to Martinsville, which is the smallest track. And we know anything can happen at Talladega. Anything can happen. I mean, this is a track right here that you could be your points leader and everything else. And on the 4th or 5th lap of the race, depending on where the big one will come, the same thing can happen at Martinsville. I mean, yeah, it's the paperclip. It's just a hair under a half mile, but it's beating and banging. It's beating and banging. I remember one year seeing Harry Gant. Remember the year he was Mr. September? I watched Harry Gant get his car just torn the hell up. No front end on it at all. The only thing that was left was the motor and the radiator. And I mean, no top, nothing. I mean, it looked like a modified. And was 2 laps down with a torn-up race car and came back, which I believe started what was known as the month of September for Harry Gant. Unbelievable. So anything could happen. I agree. I think this thing needs to play out through the playoffs need to play out and to keep the excitement built into it. So in other words, if you're a Bubba fan and he misses, you're done. I mean, if you look at it this way, then why don't they do this? If you're just going to get down to 4 drivers, then at Phoenix, 4 drivers show up, 100 laps. That's it. That decides it right here and there. Okay? You're going to run the trucks. You're going to run the Xfinity. You're going to run the Cup Series. If you're only going to allow the top 4 drivers in for, on the finale race, there's only 4 guys that actually have a shot to win the title. Then let everybody else go home and let those 4 drivers battle it out. 100 lap, 150 lap, or whatever.
Yeah, because you know what you have? You have 32 other drivers trying to stay the hell out of their way.
Yeah. But those 32 other drivers are also trying to win the race because they're
right at the same time. They're trying to win the race at the same time. Obviously, they're trying to win the race too, but they're also a lot more careful around hey, they're running for a championship. We're not. See, and that's where you get into that. Like for example, that's how Ty Gibbs got punted by Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
That's how he got punted by his teammate, because this guy's in the playoffs and this guy isn't. You know what? Ty Gibbs is just as again, I get it. Maybe he should move over. He's got 3 teammates running for a championship right there. I understand that part. But you're asking a racer to pull over and let somebody pass him. That's the tricky thing to do.
Hey, laying down.
Yeah. First of all, you ask him to lay him down, and then you're saying you racing right now is not as important as me racing right now. And you know what? That's BS.
That's BS. I agree with you 100%. I'm going to tell you why it's BS on the money value of it, because you at the head of Monster Energy or whatever company is to put your money for that race car to be on that track. So no. I mean, there's an article on YouTube. Pedregon is interviewing Erica Enders, and they were talking about Aaron Stansfield. Did Aaron Stansfield purposely blow the car up? Did she lay down so Erica could get in to win, to get into the round of championships? And Erica Enders held her. I mean, it's a great interview, folks. Look it on YouTube. And Erica Enders held her own and looked at him and said, if you think that somebody that's going to pay $1 million plus to race this car is going to lay down and let the money, the sponsors, you got another
It's hilarious what people think about. Yeah, she blew up a car.
Well,
on purpose. What?
No, her teammate did.
Well, I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. Like somebody, like they blew up a car on purpose. Like that. That's how they're going to blow all that money right there, so the other person can, just like when they were saying about how NASCAR let Bubba Wallace win, when he won at Brickyard or whatever. Like people were saying that, right? You're like, yeah, his team is suing NASCAR, and NASCAR was just like, oh, let's let him win the Brickyard. Come on,
maybe
man.
they'll calm down. Maybe they'll calm down.
Yeah, I don't know what people are thinking when they say stuff sometimes.
Wait a second, you guys, you won the race. You sure you don't want to sign? You sure you don't want to sign?
Right. We let you win one. We let you win one. You want to sign? We'll let you win another one next year if you want.
You sign now. We'll drop all this. We'll go in front of the media. Everything is kosher. Everybody's happy along the line, and everybody's cool. Well,
Yeah,
we're going to see how this all plays out. I mean, personally, myself, I think they need to. I've said this, and I will say this: junk this stage racing. It's not making
that
it.
too.
It's not making it any more exciting. No, it's not. And get back to where everybody. I mean, you have a good idea here. If you're going to put 16 drivers into it, then let the 16 battle it out for the entire 10 race schedule.
Right, so you have the 2 seasons you want to have. You know what I mean? But you're treating the playoffs exactly the same as the first part of the season. You're just rebunching everybody. That way with 10 to go, somebody's not like, oh, this guy's going to be the champion already. You know what I mean? Which is the problem you were having. You were having a problem with somebody, Matt Kenseth. I think that last year that he won, he ran off with it, if I'm not mistaken, you know. So I mean, that's kind of part of what changed it. But you can solve that problem. You can have your little playoffs. You just got to regroup and then start this way and then just let it run, man, and see what happens.
There you go.
I mean, you're eliminating people that possibly could be the champion.
There you go. I agree.
Right now, that's what's happening.
We're running down. Let's get to it. Rodney Childers is joining. Didn't take him long. He's joining Junior Motorsports for 2026 season. Junior Motorsports announced yesterday that the former NASCAR Cup Series crew chief Rodney Childers will be joining the organization in 2026 as the crew chief for the number one Chevrolet with drivers Carson Quavel and Connor Zilic for the NASCAR O'Reilly. Got to get used to this one, buddy. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Childers is a 40-time race winner in the Cup Series and has entered into his first season as a crew chief in NASCAR's second highest level. And you knew it wasn't going to take him long to get a job. And he's with Junior. He's got good equipment. They got good stuff over there. He'll do well. So good. I like Roddy. Go ahead. You got some news about Stuart Friesen coming back, buddy?
Yeah, man. He was hanging out. I do know that he was hanging out, and he's returns to the track in New Hampshire. He hung out there for a little while. He's hoping to get back in Daytona. He spoke to Fox Sports News in New Hampshire Motor Speedway on Friday afternoon, and it was his first time back to the track since that big old injury he had at Autodrome Drummond in early August. He said he would love to be back in the car for the Dirt World Finals on November 5th through 8th. But said his goal is just to make sure he makes it back for the truck race in Daytona. He also said, I try not to think about that too much when asked if he thought about not racing again. And so he said he don't like to think about that too much. It sounds like he's almost ready to jump in a dirt car next week.
That was a scary ass crash, dude. It really was.
That's no joke.
NASCAR's moving the banquet to Scottsdale. You got news on that?
Yeah, man, they're going to move it to Scottsdale, Arizona on November 4th, capping off the promises to be a thrilling championship weekend. A prestigious event will bring together drivers, teams, industry executives, and fans to celebrate the 2025 season in honor of the newly crowned champions from the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, most recently held in Charlotte, North Carolina. It marks the first time the event will be held in Arizona, reflecting NASCAR's continued commitment to delivering memorable experiences in new dynamic markets. The award ceremony preceding the red carpet will be live streamed exclusively from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the NASCAR channel, allowing fans to join the celebration. The NASCAR channel, a free ad-supported streaming channel, can be found on Xumo Play, Tubi, the Roku channel, Samsung TV Plus, and Prime Video.
Yeah, man. We watch it. Diane and I were watching some of the old races that they got on there. They go back to the old Martinsvilles and Rockingham. We call some pretty cool stuff. Also, let him know Chip Wiley's leaving NASCAR at the end of the season. What's all about that? Ben Kennedy coming in, buddy. Tell me about it.
Yeah, man. The senior NASCAR Holdings executive Chip Wiley plans to exit his role after the season and leaves the company, and his oversight of the sports racetracks will now be assumed by Ben Kennedy, as you mentioned, having started on the team side of stock car racing for 13 years with the late Bill Davis and his race team and Turner Motorsports, while eventually joined the governing body of the sport and rose in the ranks, becoming its first chief track properties officer in early 2021. The role was created as part of an acquisition of the legacy ISC Speedways, a move NASCAR made to accelerate its turnaround of the sport.
I met him out here. He was out here for an event a couple of years ago. Real nice guy, a real good guy. So, wish him the best. You talked about it earlier. Nick Sanchez is returning to Big Machine Racing in 2026. Scratch NASCAR Xfinity Series, or will be the O'Reilly Auto Parts driver. Nick Sanchez confirmed to Front Stretch Motorsports that he will be back at the number 48 Big Machine Racing next year. This came next year on Saturday, September 27th. Sanchez said to Front Stretch after being asked if he returned, unless they tell me otherwise, that's our approach. So it's all been cleared up and ready to go. Sanchez will return, and it is official, Scratch. Brittany Force will step away full-time competition at the end of 2025 season. The two-time NHRA Top Fuel champion Brittany Force in the quickest drive.
I remember 350.
She's broke her record. Yeah, she's broke her record 3 times this year. She's broke the NHR. She's broke her record. She's broke the NHRA record. She's broke Top Fuel records. She's just damn near crushed every damn thing she's come across.
She's gonna go out on top and have herself a family.
Yeah, that's it.
She's done it all. Get out, have a family, and live life.
I mean, you know that. I mean, she's going to eventually take a hold of the company. I mean, John's going to be around until John goes. I mean, his driving days are over, but he's still at the track. He's still doing everything. But Brittany's,
that's
smart
2 for retiring in the same year.
Yeah.
Him
Anything else? Anything else? Do we? Oh yeah, listen. Oh yeah, you got this. You're talking. I'm loving this. I got a chance when Formula One came back. My God, when was this? In 1992 or 2000? Anyhow, when it first came back, it was in Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the road course there. I watched Michael Schumacher in that Ferrari here not lap the field once. Not the entire field. Not once. Lapped it twice. You got a good story here. Ray Hall Letterman, tell us about Mick Schumacher coming back, buddy.
Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing, RLL, as I will refer to it the rest of the day, announced September 26th that Mick Schumacher, who competes in the World Endurance Championship for Alpine, will participate in the NTT IndyCar Series test with team on Monday, October 13th on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Schumacher, the son of legendary 7-time Formula One champion Michael Schumacher, made 44 starts in Formula One with a best finish of 6th place and earned 4 podiums in WEC. To date, Michael Schumacher won the United States Grand Prix F1 race 5 times on the original 2.605 mile configuration of the IMS road course 2000, 2003 through 2006.
2000 was the year that I saw him. I was with some good friends, Keith and Vanessa Young. Real good friends of mine. Toured with these folks. And great. I just say it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I mean, he schooled. I mean, this guy was so good. He schooled him. Just schooled him. TWG Motorsports, a division of TWE Global, announced on September 24th that Ron Ruziski will join Andretti Global as the team principal over its Indianapolis-based NTT IndyCar Series and NXT by Firestone team starting in January 26th. Longtime Andretti Global team principal Bob Edwards will transition to the role of Chief Performance Officer of TWE Sports. So that's it, buddy. Court dates coming up for 23 and 11 in front row.
And no court dates coming up for me. That's good.
Yeah, there you go. You're in good shape, bro.
Great shape.
That's it. Let everybody know Diane's doing real well.
That's great.
She's doing her dialysis. Let me throw a little picture up there of the first lady. There she is.
The first lady.
She's all excited. She's ready to go for. She's going to be out at the Speedway this weekend, next weekend. So she's all excited, ready to go. I got her a Red One scooter, so she'll be trucking around there, buddy.
Be great. Should be fun.
Next week we got the Cope family racing team coming in.
That'll be fun.
You're going to be here. Derek might be getting on that. Derek might. You know what I'd like to see happen? This would be pretty cool. We get the three-time United States U.S. Open Speedway champion Gene Woods with the 1990 Daytona 500 champion Derek Cope, and put him out on the track and see what happens.
That'd be fun.
Would that be cool to see?
It would be.
All right.
I'll put me out there too. I'll put the owner into the wall and the 1990 Daytona 500. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. If they're watching right now, I'm only kidding. I'm kidding. It's not happening.
I'm going to tell you something, Gene. I'll tell you who you got to watch out for. Is Gene's grandson Harley. This little kid. I mean, he's a freshman. I think freshman or sophomore in high school. He was playing football. But this kid can take these little go-karts out of here, and I mean, he can zing them around. I mean, it's fun to watch him. It is. It's a good time. It's to watch him and Gene get out there.
Sounds like Gene should put him in a car.
Huh?
Sounds like Gene should put him in a car.
He's not interested.
Huh.
They actually tried to start him in speedways. We took him out to the bull ring one night. Thought we were looking at a Bando or Legend car. Kid wants to play football. Okay. Hey, he's good. He's as quick as lightning.
That's good.
He's got hands like glue. He's just a little small, but you work through it, I guess. I don't know.
Kids are small, Alan.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But he's as quick as lightning.
He'll hit that one age. He'll grow 3 feet. Next thing you know,
I guess that's what they're waiting. Yeah. But I mean, he's as quick. I mean, he's as quick as a lightning bolt. And I mean, Gene was showing me some pictures to where the quarterbacks are throwing the ball. I mean, his hands go up, and I mean, it's like a magnet glue.
Nice.
Well, which
Nice.
Yeah. All righty. Anything for you this weekend? Shows? Are you doing the comedy auction thing anymore?
I am. I do it every Tuesday, man. I had a good time this week. I had some kind of I don't know, belly dancer costume that I put on over top of my clothes. They did make me take the shirt off and put the top on though. But this guy said, I'll give you $100 if you try it on. Funny note. I'm going to make a funny note. I was putting it on anyway, and I still got the $100 because I acted like I wasn't. I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't even care. $100 is $100. So yeah, that was a good time. That's always been a really good time. And then I've been hitting some open mics just to work some of these new jokes and knock a little rust off and do some stuff like that. And that's been a good time. So I'm ready to sling. I'm ready to get back slinging some jokes here, and I'm excited about it, man. And there's a possibility I might be sitting there with you and Derek Cope next week. We'll see how that goes. We're still working on it. We still have hope.
We'll work on it. I'm here. I'm finished. I'm going to take today, and Diane's got dialysis. She should be just wrapping up here in just a few minutes. I'm going to take Diane. Hopefully, she's feeling a little better. They worked out some medicine and the way they draw the fluids, and it was the way they were doing it, sort of making her nauseous and just not good feeling at all. So I think they tweaked on some things. So I think I'll go grab her and see if she wants to go grab some lunch and spend the day with her, and then I'll be back up at the front door meeting our friends at the Gene Woods Racing Experience on Friday and Saturday. Come on and say hi to us. 12,000 square foot indoor drift track. Scratch and I'll be back here next Thursday with the Cope family racing team, and then we'll have special editions coming up from the Speedway on Saturday and Sundays. So we'll see what happens. The Scratch could be on a plane. He could be joining me here in the studio with the Copes. He could be out at the bull ring with me Friday night. Saturday night there. Oh, my goodness. We'll eat, drink, have a good time. We'll work it out.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
We'll have a good time. Anything final before I call for John?
No, man, you can go ahead and call for John. This has been a fantastic show. It only got off the rails just a little bit. And if I keep talking right now, it's going to get off the rails some more. So let's wrap it up.
All right. Hey, my buddy Scratch with the Nutsack Studios. Alan here in Las Vegas at the WCOBM. Back at you next Thursday with the Cope family racing team. NASCAR is off for you. It's the Roll Oval in Charlotte. Racing at the dirt. F1's in Singapore. Have a good weekend, everybody. John, bring us home.
Thanks for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOBN TV. I'm John the Announcer. for On Pit Road Racing.